Good morning, and I'd like to ask every one of you in the audience to please stand for a few moments. We're going to have an invocation offered by the Reverend Randy K. Callender of St. Philip's Episcopal Church in Annapolis. Reverend Callender was nominated by a member of the class of 2021 to be our minister here today, and we're truly honored to have him with us. Following the invocation and the siren, Following the invocation, we want you to please remain standing for our national anthem and lift every voice and sing, which will be performed by the members of the graduating class, Madison Gabriel Battle, Berkeley McKenna McFadden, Daniel Palmatri, and Destiny Smith. Reverend Callender.
Good morning. Psalm 46:10 tells us to be still and know that I am God. May we feel God's presence as we celebrate on this special day. Let us pray. Almighty God, how wonderful are the works of your hands. As we gather here today to celebrate a step forward into new places, with new people and new experiences. Yet let us not forget the blessings that follow behind us. We ultimately give you thanks for the blessing of learning. We thank you for the parents and guardians who woke up these students every day for class. May each graduate feel proud and enjoy celebrating their success. I pray that each graduate today will use the knowledge and wisdom that they have received from this great institution to go out and bless the world. I ask that you instill within these graduates, O God, a continued passion for learning as they journey onwards. We thank you for the educators who taught them, the friendships that were formed, and the dreams and visions that will carry on forever in their hearts. Oh God, we dedicate this celebration to you, our omnipotent Creator, and I ask that you will forever walk with these amazing graduates from this day forward. In the name of the Creator who created us, the Redeemer who walks with us, and the Spirit that empowers us. Amen.
Say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave. Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring with the harmonies of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise high as the listening skies. Let it resound loud as the rolling sea. Sing a song full of the faith that the dark past has taught us. Sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought us. Facing the rising sun of our new day begun, let us march on till victory is won. Let us march on till victory is won.
Wow. Well, please be seated, everyone. Good morning. It's really my pleasure to welcome all of you to this most special ceremony and this most unusual time. I'm Wayne Powell, and I've been the president here for a year. You've probably never seen me before. And I can't tell you how thrilling it is to look out and actually see students here on this campus. Now, before we begin our ceremonies today, I want to take a moment to thank some special guests who are with us, either in person or virtually. And while our graduates have studied and grown, the members of their families and their many friends have been there to support them. So let's take a moment to give a round of applause to those special guests who have had so much to do with our graduate success. Thank you all, and I should tell you, our graduates, that while your family and friends are proud of your accomplishments, they're going to be looking to you to see if there is newfound wisdom in all that you say and do. And let's also remember those here at Washington College who have helped guide our students through this enriching and unique time. We thank all of our faculty for their diligence, our staff and our coaches who have mentored and supported our students. Education at Washington College is truly student-centered and a combined effort of so many. We know that not many can be here in person today, but they are with us virtually and in spirit. So let's give all those mentors a round of applause too. You know, the circumstances of the past 14 months have tested all of us. But by working together, we have learned to navigate new protocols and guidelines for academic pursuits, athletic competitions, and social activities. And we all have demonstrated our commitment to one another to keep ourselves and members of the campus community safe from a virus that has thrown all normalcy out the window. We've masked and socially distanced and isolated and endlessly Zoomed from your offices and rooms at home while coming up with innovative ways to stay connected with each other. And the fact that you are all gathered here today as a class in this very special place is a testament to your dedication to learning and your resilience in the face of adversity. It also says a lot about the powerful bond that you have formed with your alma mater. You know, we talk a lot about the environment here at Washington College and such big issues as climate change, but there is also a climate change going on within our culture at Washington College. In recent years, during your time here, there's been a shift in campus culture as we open up our hearts to one another, as we embrace and celebrate diversity, equity, and inclusion. Now, I have a cautious sense of optimism as our undergraduates return to their physical learning spaces next fall. I see a newfound hopefulness about the future of American democracy, a system of engaged citizenship in which your voice truly matters, because I believe that each of you has the power to help shape our future, but not only addressing the fundamental environmental issues that we face, but also finding new solutions to the old problems of our society. We've learned a great deal during our time of isolation brought on by the pandemic. We know, among other things, that the future is uncertain and can change directions without warning. We've seen how to draw strength from adversity and to emerge stronger. We'll be looking for you to take your place in providing leadership to our world in the next generation. Now, in keeping with a time-honored tradition, I'm pleased to introduce our senior class speaker. Paris Young is a political science major with minors in justice, law, and society and Black studies. Over the past 4 years, she's interned with the Star Center's Chesapeake Heartland, an African-American humanities project obtaining oral history skills, curatorial skills, archival experience, and community event planning experience. In addition to her work with the Star Center, Paris has worked as a legislative intern for the Maryland General Assembly and as a research intern from the National Museum of African American History and Culture. She also enjoys working as a grassroots organizer for Public Citizen, where she's provided administrative support, helped organize nationwide protests, and strengthened community relationships through social media outreach. So please welcome with me Paris to represent the class of 2021.
Good morning, Washington College faculty, staff, parents, and a very special good morning to the class of 2021. First, I would love to give a special thank you to my parents, my family, and my mentors, Dr. Patrick Nugent, Tia Pope, and Miss Airlie Johnson. Actually, today is my great-grandmother, Ada Mae Millhouse's birthday. She passed away a year before I was born, but I know she loved graduations. She's literally front and center in every graduation photo I've seen in my family's photo album. So while she's not here physically, I know she's very much here in spirit, and I would love to dedicate this speech to her. In May of 1988, with the anti-apartheid movement calling for the freedom of Nelson Mandela and activists demanding health care for all, Toni Morrison stepped up to a podium at Sarah Lawrence College to deliver her commencement speech. She said, quote, "Dreaming is not irresponsible. It is the first order of human business. When Dr. King said I had a dream, he was not playing, he was serious. He imagined it, envisioned it, created it in his own mind, and it began to be. Likewise, we must dream it too, to give it the heft and stretch it deserves," end quote. Now, I can assume that the class of 2021 didn't exactly dream of graduating in the midst of a global pandemic, but we indeed dream of being on the campus green, donning our cap and gowns, senior capstones completed, and walking across the stage with our family members cheering us on. We are currently moving through and experiencing tumultuous times, but I think we've also learned along the way that leaning into the tumult can be scary, yes, but it can also be exhilarating and transformative. Today, I would like to talk about dreams and change. Oftentimes, when we think about imagination or the act of being imaginative as being associated with children, but as Morrison and King makes clear, dreaming must not stop at adolescence. It is a commitment, it is life work. And we must go beyond dreaming, and we must go beyond simply dreaming to figuring out how in the world to put dreams into action, how to make imagination change the physical world. With that being said, yes, it is important to have our own individual dreams, but I also believe there is power in dreaming together as a collective. I think of collective dreaming as a process through which a group of people or community can come together to imagine a society that benefits everyone regardless of class, race, sexuality, and gender. One of the most rewarding and challenging aspects of collective dreaming is figuring out how to move from our own independent philosophy to a more community consensus. An example of the power of collective dreams was in the 1960s when the Freedom Riders from Baltimore and Philadelphia joined forces with local churches here in Kent County and Washington College students to protest the racial segregation in storefronts along High Street, especially the infamous Bub Hubbard's restaurant just a few blocks away from where we are today. The Freedom Riders did not wake up one day and decide that they were willing to put their bodies on the line to end segregation of Black and white people. They collectively dreamt. They imagined a world beyond what they saw in society at the moment, and they put those dreams into actions together. Another example would be Kent County native Miss Airlie Ringgold Johnson, the first community leader I interviewed as an oral historian. Miss Airlie grew up in segregated Chestertown in the 1960s, and today she is a community historian working at Washington College. By experiencing racial discrimination and segregation at a very young age, Miss Airlie always dreamed of Chestertown being a place where both Black people and white people can come together and live in the same space peacefully and equitably. Miss Airlie then put that collective dream into action by protesting segregation in the 1960s, and to this day, Miss Airlie continues her commitment to that dream through her community organizing and activism in Chestertown, as well as on campus. And she did not do this by herself. She did this by crafting dreams together with others. Fast forwarding to February of 2020, the Black Student Union and allies on campus rose to protest the racism and biases that were taking place on campus. Their collective dream included creating a central and physical space for Black students, diversity-mandated training, and diversifying courses. The Black Student Union, African Student Union, Cleopatra Sisters, SGA, Black Alumni, community members, and allies from campus and town dreamed together and demanded together, and together they laid the foundation for challenging the campus to move beyond diversity and move towards anti-racism. Then there's me, a 21-year-old Black woman from Washington, D.C. When I was young, I dreamed of helping my community in some way, but didn't necessarily know how. I was not sure if it would be through law, social work, or whichever careers that I may have Googled at that time. But within those 4 short years on this campus, I discovered I could commit to my collective dream through the study of history and culture. By working on the Chesapeake Heartland Project and other programs, teams, and projects, I was able to preserve the history of my community and bring light to stories that were for many years unseen, dismissed, and unheard. By working and dreaming with others on this project, we didn't just write history, we made history together. But this speech isn't about me, it's about you, and I know that all of you have had similar experiences. Just to give a slice of the incredible dreamers we have in our class of 2021. Out there, we have Colin Levy, who is currently attending Johns Hopkins University School of Education, who dreams of working with others to transform the way we teach language in the classroom and uplift the creative value for each of our own unique linguistic cultures. We have Rahat Chowdhury, who has interned at NASA, who plans on conspiring with others to advocate for more women of color in STEM. Then there's Audrey Hain, who works within fitness, who dreams of working with other women to advocate for gender equity and athletic trainers at big universities. We have Ruth Asefa, who has studied abroad in England, who dreams of becoming a professor and educating the youth. And then there's my best friend, Eleni Ayano, who has entered at Kent Family Center, who dreams of working amongst social workers to improve the lives of families in the Black and brown community. With that being said, in the words of Toni Morrison, dream the world as it ought to be. Imagine, envision what it would like to know that your comfort, your fun, your safety are not based on the deprivation of another. Thank you, class of 2021. As we walk across the stage and graduate from Washington College, remember that we walk as individuals, but we also walk together. I hope you remember and commit to your collective dream. Thank you.
Well, thank you so much, Paris. It's great to know that we have young people like you representing our future alumni of this college. You know, it's often said that one of the greatest measures of an educational institution is its character and its accomplishments of its graduates. And to recognize those accomplishments, the Alumni Citation Award was established in 1952 and was created as a means to formally identify and recognize outstanding alumni. The citation is the highest honor the Washington College Alumni Association can bestow upon its members, and it's presented each year to an alumnus or alumna who has made a significant contribution to or accomplishment in his or her field of endeavor or in community or public service. And Provost Michael Harvey will now make the presentation of this year's award.
Thank you, Dr. Powell. It is my privilege to present the 2021 Alumni Citation to Christine Lincoln, Class of 2000, for excellence in literature. Christine, will you please join me on stage? Born and raised in Baltimore, Christine overcame a life of challenges that would have made many, if not most, conclude that the joys and successes that are part of human experience were simply not available to her. So much was stacked against her. There was abuse, addiction, single parenthood, depression. But somewhere along this dim road, Christine found words that lit her way and delivered her to an entirely different place. In a 2000 interview, she told the Oprah magazine, "I am living proof that it is never too late to save yourself." Fortunately for Washington College, one of the places she found refuge as a non-traditional student was in our classrooms and community. The stories she had gathered from her grandmother growing up and from her own harrowing experiences found an outlet in her writing, and she and her craft flourished. Her talent as a creative writer culminated in her winning the Sophie Kerr Prize, the largest undergraduate literary award in the country, upon graduation in 2000 at age 34. In addition, her collection of short stories would become renowned well beyond Chestertown, published in 2001 by Random House under the title Sap Rising and receiving critical acclaim. At Washington College, writing wasn't Christine's only achievement. She used her time to help establish the college's Center for Black Culture, winning the George Washington Medal for showing the greatest promise of understanding and realizing in life and work the ideals of a liberal education. Christine would continue writing, earning her MFA in creative writing from the University of Baltimore, with more publications and accolades coming her way. She is the Poet Laureate Emerita of York, Pennsylvania. Her work has been presented at New York City's Symphony Space and performed for Word Theater, and she was the featured speaker at last year's Sophie Kerr Prize ceremony. She has facilitated poetry and writing workshops for women and teens recovering from trauma and domestic abuse. Her story is every bit as transformative as those of the characters she reveals in her published work. We are honored to have seen its earliest chapters and watched the narrative grow stronger. As she told O magazine years ago, I have gone from living in fear to living in faith. It is my great privilege to present Christine Lincoln, class of 2000, with this year's Alumni Citation Award for Excellence in Literature. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Can you hug? And I think we have to stand for a photograph, maybe out here. Yeah. Thank you, Christine.
Christine, your alma mater is truly proud of your many accomplishments, and we know it's only going to get better as the years go on. It's a tradition here at Commencement for Washington College to celebrate people of extraordinary merit. We're so honored to have with us today an individual who was moved by the tragic death of a physically abused college student to empower young people first experiencing love to understand the important differences between healthy and unhealthy relationships. So it's my privilege now to introduce the chair of our Board of Visitors and Governors, Washington College alumnus Steve Golding from the class of 1972, who deliver greetings from the Board of Visitors and Governors and also read the mandamus for college honors. Steve?
Thank you, Dr. Powell, and welcome everyone, faculty, staff, family members, and especially you, the members of the class of 2021. Today, we celebrate your achievements and your future promise as vital contributing members of our global society. This place and the people around you are now an indelible part of who you are today and the person who you will ultimately become. Congratulations to all of you for your noteworthy achievements, and know that we will take great pride in following you throughout the course of your careers. I'd also like to take this opportunity to recognize the immense sacrifices you've made and the determination and the resiliency that you have shown to complete your college degrees during the global pandemic. I know this past year has not been easy, but to see what you have achieved in spite of these challenges gives me great hope in your ability to take any future adversity in stride and find your way forward. As you prepare to leave Washington College and go out into the world, remember that what you are looking for is not out there. It is within you, and there's a little piece of Washington College you'll always carry that will help guide you. You are ready. Godspeed, class of 2021. On behalf of the Board of Visitors and Governors, I would also like to take a minute to express my appreciation to Dr. Powell, who has been a thoughtful and engaging leader through this unprecedented time in our colleges and in our nation's history. Wayne, it has been a distinction and pleasure to work with you to set the stage for the next chapter in Washington College's history. Thank you. It is now my pleasure to read the mandamus for the college honors. It having been certified by the Honors and Awards Committee of the Visitors and Governors of Washington College that Katie Hood is of acknowledged eminence and distinction, has made worthwhile and noteworthy contributions to our society, and is therefore worthy to receive the highest honors, You are hereby authorized and directed, in accordance with the ordinance to that effect, to confer at the public commencement on May 22nd, 2021, to Katie Hood, honors causis the degree of Doctor of Public Service. Thank you.
Well, thank you so much, Steve, and I should say it's been truly an honor and privilege to be able to work alongside you as we jointly try to find the right paths to lead Washington College to even greater heights. Now, Washington College has conferred the honorary degree since 1785, and on June 24th, 1789, the college bestowed upon a fellow named George Washington the first honorary degree awarded to a sitting president of the United States. This degree, Doctor of Laws, reflected the deep respect and gratitude that the college held and still holds for its namesake and founding benefactor. In the 1782 letter to then General Washington, Dr. William Smith, the college's founding president, described the newly chartered institution as a seminary of universal learning expressly dedicated to your name, with a view of instructing and animating the youth of many future generations to admire and to imitate these public virtues and patriot labors which have created a private monument to you in the heart of every good citizen. Washington gave 50 guineas in support of the college's founding, paid a visit to the campus in 1784, and served on our Board of Visitors and Governors until his inauguration as our nation's first president in 1789, shortly before he received our honorary doctorate. Today we present the honorary degree to another outstanding individual, the Chief Executive Officer of the One Love Foundation, Katie Hood. Will you please join me at the lectern, Katie? You just get to stand there for a minute. I got to leave them all. So 11 years ago, there was a young woman with her whole life ahead of her, a varsity lacrosse player from Baltimore, 3 weeks away from graduating from the University of Virginia. She was beaten to death by her ex-boyfriend in her own apartment. Yardley Love's death sent shockwaves throughout the country, attracting national media attention and bringing to light a troubling trend of domestic abuse and unhealthy relationships, even on elite college and university campuses. And according to the National Coalition Against Domestic Violence, 1 in 3 women and 1 in 4 men will experience violence by an intimate partner in their lifetime. College-aged women are among those most at risk for partner violence, with nearly 50% of victims experiencing relationship violence for the first time between the ages of 18 and 24. Too many young people, like Yardley Love, don't recognize the warning signs until it's too late. When Yardley's cousin Sharon Robinson got the awful news, her first call was to her dear friend Katie Hood, who would later become the leader of the One Love Foundation. From 2010 to 2014, Katie served as an advisor for the Love family as they began to build up the One Love Foundation, its mission to prevent future tragedies such as this and help young people learn how to love or how to leave. Under Katie's leadership, the One Love Foundation has become the nation's leading educator of young people about the differences between healthy and unhealthy relationships, empowering them to identify and avoid abuse. The Foundation's signature program, Escalation, has reached millions of college students around the country. One Love quickly understood that this important message must begin at a younger age and expanded their work to reach high school and middle school students. While we are all born with a need for human connection, the ability to form healthy, loving relationships is a learned one. Through the One Love Foundation, Katie Hood has devoted herself to foster a movement to address a public health issue of relationship abuse. Through One Love, Katie's work has saved lives and taught millions of students the important differences between a healthy and an unhealthy relationship. In recognition of her significant accomplishments toward protecting young people from harm, teaching them how to value themselves, and empowering all of us with a knowledge of not only how to avoid abuse, but what a healthy relationship really looks like. We're delighted to present to Katie Hood the honorary degree Doctor of Public Service. By virtue of the authority vested in me by the visitors and governors of Washington College and by the state of Maryland, I confer upon you, Katie Hood, the honorary degree Doctor of Public Service with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereto. Congratulations, Katie.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Congratulations, and we're almost done. And it is now my privilege to invite our most recent alumna to provide the commencement address to the graduates. Katie?
Thank you. Thanks so much for this honor. I can honestly, every time somebody reads the things that I've been involved with and had the privilege to do, it's sort of like an out-of-body experience because it's really just my life. But I can tell you that I never, ever anticipated that an honor like this would be bestowed on me, so thank you very much. I'm also thrilled to be here with you guys today. I'm so happy that you are having an in-person graduation, although it is really hot, and I'm so glad that you have those fans. Drink water, keep fanning, don't pass out. That's sort of what I told myself, too, when I came up here. So job well done. You've graduated. Sitting here today, you've already achieved so much and weathered so much uncertainty over the last 14 months. Today celebrates your accomplishments to date and the beginning of the next phase of your lives. As I was reflecting on what I wanted to share today, I kept coming back to the words of minister, author, and civil rights leader Howard Thurman. Don't ask what the world needs and do that. Ask what makes you come alive and do that. Because what the world needs is more people who are alive. Truth be told, I don't remember when in the last 10 years I read Thurman's words, but when I did, I knew instantaneously that they were right. I also immediately knew that if I'd understood his sentiment much earlier, like when I was sitting in your shoes on my own graduation day, I would have had a lot more clarity on how to approach the next years of my life. I remember my graduation day well. Mother's Day 1996, a beautiful sunny day, much like today, very hot. So many parties and celebrations, a sense of accomplishment and pride, excitement about having made it and getting ready to launch into real life, smiles all around. And yet that wasn't the whole truth. In the weeks prior, I'd been very nostalgic and quite teary about moving on. I loved the community I had built during my time in college, and it felt just wrong that we would all soon scatter to the winds, different cities, different jobs, different lives. It felt abrupt. I could still remember the first day I set foot on campus as a nervous freshman, and now it was already over? It had just gone so fast. In addition to sadness, if I'm really honest, I felt a fair amount of fear. While I was fortunate enough to have a job lined up, I knew even then in my gut that finance in New York City was probably not the right fit for me. Yes, it would pay the bills, which was a top priority at the time, but I worried that I would be terrible at the job. I was afraid I would be overwhelmed by New York City. I wondered if I'd have anything in common with the people I worked with, and I worried about how I would make new friends, as none of my close friends were moving to New York. As I sat in my chair on graduation day, I looked to the future, and it felt like a vast unknown. College had always been the destination, but now that I was here, and now that I had to leave, where was I going next? I wouldn't be surprised if the feelings I had 25 years ago are shared by many of you sitting here today. After being part of the Washington College community for the last 4 years, you're stepping into a new phase of life, and new beginnings mean uncertainty. Some of you have jobs lined up, some of you don't. Some of you are moving to a new city, some of you are moving home. While some of you may be going to graduate school, the truth is, for most of you, there's likely not a clear roadmap for what's ahead. As I recalled my own graduation day and thought about Thurman's call to find what makes you come alive, a question kept coming to mind when I thought about the message I wanted to bring to you today. Truth be told, it's a question I've never actually uttered before, but I kept thinking about it as I thought about you. What are you going to do with your precious life? Over and over, as I thought about the 22-year-old me and the me 25 years later, I realized there were three main reasons I wanted to focus on this question today. The first is that I want to say clearly and definitively to each and every one of you that your life is precious. The definition of precious is valuable, important, not to be wasted. Please pause for a second and think about your life in the context of those words. You are valuable, you are important, and you are not to be wasted. I know for a fact that I was not thinking about how precious my life was on my graduation day. I was just living it, trying to find a path and build a secure future, aspiring to build a successful life, but not really sure what that meant, stepping forward with somewhat feigned confidence while trying not to be sidetracked by my own very real insecurities and self-doubt. And when I graduated, I didn't have the added pressure you have of seeing perfect images on Instagram or your friends' job accomplishments on LinkedIn. Over the last 25 years, the level of visibility we have into each other's lives has increased exponentially. And it's easy to forget that what we're seeing is a highlight reel, not the sometimes stressful reality we all live with every day. And that's why today I want to remind you that your life is precious, period. When you feel concerns or anxiety or loneliness, try to anchor not around those feelings, but around building the belief in you that your life is precious. Training yourself to believe this to the core might be relatively easy, or it might need lifelong practice, but it's an important thing to start today. The second thing I love about the question, what are you going to do with your precious life, is that the question puts you in the driver's seat. We live in a world and a time when it's easy to feel so much is out of our control, like we're just along for the ride. What are you going to do gives you decision-making power and autonomy. It means that you get to define what success means to you, as opposed to living by others' standards. It involves developing your own internal barometer of sorts that helps you make decisions versus relying on the input of others or messages from society. This is your life. You get to find your meaning, to figure out what makes you come alive. You get to choose, not your family or friends or the world, you. Now, don't get me wrong, being in the driver's seat can be uncomfortable sometimes. It can feel very risky if you make a decision that feels right to you but is completely nonsensical to others. But ultimately, learning to make that call is a really important part of growing up, growing into your personal power, and ultimately finding your place in the world. I left investment banking because even though everyone told me I should stay, my heart told me I had to leave. My next job paid dramatically less, but let me move back to North Carolina and experience life in an academic setting as I thought about becoming a teacher or professor. When I quickly realized I'm far more of an operator than an academic, I applied to business school. When I asked my dad to read my business school application and give me feedback, his first words to me on the phone were, "Kate, are you sitting down? I read your essays, and they feel like you're applying to social work school, not business school." I listened with a bit of distress as I anticipated having to rewrite them, but quickly realized I had to turn the essays in that were authentically me. When I look back, I can see clearly that my instinct to find what was authentically right for me versus make decisions based on others' expectations has everything to do with how I've ended up in the place that's right for me today. Similarly, your next phase is about figuring out what's right for you. And that brings me to the third reason I want to frame my words today around the question, what are you going to do with your precious life? Yes, your life is valuable and not to be wasted. Yes, you are in the driver's seat. But I'm here to tell you today that you are not supposed to have all the answers yet. Let me repeat that. You are not supposed to have all the answers yet. What starts today is the uncovering. The uncovering, it sounds a little bit mysterious. It's another word that I hadn't really thought of before I thought about talking to you guys. But when I thought about sitting in your seats 25 years ago and where I am now, I realized that a lot of the fear I was feeling came from a place of being concerned that I hadn't figured it all out yet. I wish I had realized that the experience in the years to come was part of uncovering the path that was right to me, that I didn't have to have that knowledge already. I think I would have had a lot less fear if I had that context. If someone had just said to me, "You're not supposed to have all the answers right now," what a sigh of relief that would have been. My time of uncovering who I could be was about as nonlinear as it could possibly be. By the time I was 28, I was starting my 4th job since college graduation, and I'd also spent 2 years at graduate school. You can be sure that many people who loved me were confused about my path and concerned that I was a bit lost. Looking back, I can see clearly, though, that all that moving around and reflecting and decision-making and getting to know myself was actually essential to me discovering what would make me come alive, as Thurman described. And namely, that's a career trying to rally people and resources to solve big problems that dramatically impact people's lives. And That's what I've been doing for the last 7 years at One Love, which is truly an honor and a privilege as well. While you might be lucky enough to figure out what's right for you very quickly, the truth is you'll probably need to try different things and live in different places to figure out where and who you want to be. Your path will likely not be a straight line. As you start out, it's important to be intentional and attentive. Pay attention to what motivates you and what brings you joy. Pay attention to what deflates you. Along the way, figure out what kinds of jobs and roles and people and environments energize you. What makes you come alive? My faith tells me that each of us is perfectly imperfect, specifically intended for and loved by God. Now, you may or may not be spiritual or religious, but for a minute, just accept the first part. If you are perfectly imperfect and specifically intended, then your job is to figure out intended for what? It's a process that really requires getting to know yourself, trusting your gut, trying new things, and sometimes taking risks that feel scary, but all in the name of answering the question, why am I here? While there are scary moments in the process, with each step you take, you learn something new and can recalibrate your plan about where you go from here. In my own life, this process has helped me get closer and closer to where I am today, doing a job I honestly believe is perfectly suited for me in a mission area that I know is written on my heart. I want the same for each of you. I want to close with a challenge. While it's true that you are precious, you are in the driver's seat, and you do not have to have it all figured out yet, it's also true that making the most of your precious life is not all about you. It's actually about your relationships and the community you build around you. I didn't know when I was 22 that the most joy and meaning I would get in my life would not be from personal accomplishments or a career. It would be from the tribe of family, friends, colleagues, and mentors that I would build over time. I didn't realize that one of the things I would love most about my precious life is the fact that I'd managed to maintain friendships from every stage. There's nothing I love more than picking up the phone and calling a friend who I haven't talked to in a year, or writing a quick email to the professor who inspired me when I thought of him as I wrote this address. I also didn't understand how essential it would be for me to marry a partner who believes in me and the potential of my precious life as we try to balance 2 careers, 4 kids, and 2 dogs. It's the relationships that I've built and invested in that have made all the difference. The quality of your life is defined by the quality of your relationships. Prioritize the people and the relationships that help you come alive. Class of 2021, it's an honor to be with you today. I wish each and every one of you the absolute best. Congratulations on all that you've achieved, and here's to your bright futures ahead. Thank you very much for having me here today.
Well, Katie, thank you so much for your inspiring words and also for your great example of citizenship. Now, at this time, I'd like to once again call upon Chair Golding, who's going to read the mandamus for the degrees for our graduates today.
To the President of Washington College, it having been certified by the faculty to the visitors and governors of Washington College that the following named persons have satisfied all requirements to the baccalaureate degree. You are hereby authorized and directed in accordance with the ordinance to that effect to confer at the public commencement on May 22nd, 2021, the degrees which they have earned. Congratulations, class of 2021.
And now I'd like to ask all the graduates to please rise. And by the authority vested in me by the visitors and governors of Washington College in the state of Maryland, I hereby confer upon you the degrees you have earned with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining hereto. Congratulations. And now you can be seated. So now I would like to call on our Chief Academic Officer, Provost and Dean, Dr. Michael Harvey, to introduce the candidates for degrees.
Thank you, President Powell. There's been a theme in the words we've heard so far, and that theme is us. in Paris Young's inspiring evocation of a collective dream, in Reverend Callender's reference to a spirit that empowers us, and in Katie Hood's comments on the importance of friendship and partnership in getting the most out of one's life. There's a very strong message that we may come to college alone, we may come not knowing anyone, but we leave as a community of connected people with lifelong relationships. In fact, I think maybe the most important turn in those of you, many of you, who will go on to live lives of leadership is that turn from me to us, I to we, right? And I'll think about Paris Young's evocation of the collective dream for a long time, because it's what we dream together that changes the world, probably even more than what we dream each by ourselves. I want to take a moment before calling up the graduates to remember someone who's missing here, Blakely Ecclestone Erdman. He would not have graduated today, but he would have been here cheering you on, part of our community. Blake, we knew him, we loved him, a wonderful young man. Let's remember Blake. Students, it is an honor to share this special day with you, especially after all we've been through, not just these 15 hard COVID months, but going back 4 amazing years. I look out at you graduating seniors, and I see so many familiar, dear faces. Well, at least the part I can see above the masks, although by now you've all gotten the message of the heat of the day and taken the masks off. For some of you, we met in our first-year seminar in the fall of 2017. 4 years later, it's a different world, seniors, and you've grown. You didn't ask for it, but you've been through an experience that, as hard as it has been, has made you richer, stronger, and wiser. I know your faculty wish they could be here today. Marshall DeProspo, you carry a burden representing our colleagues that is even heavier than that mace. It is now my privilege to recognize the graduating seniors with First Honors. First Honors is conferred to the senior or seniors who have achieved the highest cumulative average for the class of 2021 at Washington College. This year we have 6 students who have earned First Honors. Leanne Elise Beckley, summa cum laude, Lynette Nielsen Professional Practice Award, Lynette Nielsen Jurors Choice Award. Annalie Rose Buscarino, summa cum laude, Emil J.C. Hildenbrand Memorial Award, Margaret Horsley Award, Departmental Honors in English, Departmental Honors in Sociology. Bethany Joy Ford, summa cum laude, Dr. Davy H. McCall Prize in Economics, International Studies Award, Departmental Honors in Economics, Departmental Honors in International Studies. Elizabeth Ann Lilly, summa cum laude, the Department of Philosophy and Religion Award, Sociology Service Award, Departmental Honors in Philosophy and Sociology. Julia M. Manarese, summa cum laude, the Norman James Humanity Award for Excellence. Megan Stephanie Walsh, summa cum laude, Emil J.C. Hildenbrand Memorial Award, Departmental Honors in English. Will the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Arts please come forward? Rebecca Joan Kanaski, summa cum laude, Departmental Honors in English. Catherine Elizabeth Schenk, summa cum laude, Arthur A. Knapp 39 Memorial Prize in History, Phi Alpha Theta, Departmental Honors in History. Emily Nicole Fazenfeld, Summa Cum Laude, Political Science Award. Virtual attendee Caitlin Rose Woods, Summa Cum Laude, the Sean O'Connor Teaching Award, Departmental Honors in Theater. In absentia, Vanessa Lee Rupertus, Summa Cum Laude, Departmental Honors in English. Virtual attendee Patrick T. Salerno, Summa Cum Laude, the Department of Philosophy and Religion Award, Departmental Honors in Theater, Departmental Honors in Philosophy. Emmy Rose Wiest, Summa Cum Laude. Anna Garrow, Summa Cum Laude, the Economics Department Award, Arthur A. Knapp 39 Memorial Prize in History, Departmental Honors in Economics, Departmental Honors in History. Nicole Hatfield, Summa Cum Laude, Departmental Honors in English. Sarah Ann Bowden, Summa Cum Laude, Departmental Honors in English. Nicole Ann Nochi, Summa Cum Laude, William Gover Duval 30 Prize, Departmental Honors in English, Departmental Honors in Mathematics. Vax Jones, Summa Cum Laude, Psychology Department Outstanding Achievement Award, Departmental Honors in English, Departmental Honors in Psychology. Aidan Kelly, Summa Cum Laude. Lucy Danielle Abena Ofosu Apia, Summa Cum Laude, Departmental Honors in Business Management, Departmental Honors in Computer Science. Charles Matthew Snyder, Summa Cum Laude. In absentia, Yoshiki Masuda, Summa Cum Laude. William George Roach, Summa Cum Laude, the Economics Department Award, Departmental Honors in Computer Science. Jacqueline M. Smith, Summa Cum Laude, Bennett Lamond Senior Capstone Award in English. Benjamin Barton, Summa Cum Laude, the Economics Department Award, Departmental Honors in Economics. Holly Ann Schaefer, Summa Cum Laude. Talia Seidman, Summa Cum Laude, Departmental Honors in Economics. Alana Lexi Piccoli, Magna Cum Laude, Departmental Honors in Economics. Jillian H. Kellahan, Magna Cum Laude, Departmental Honors in Sociology. Michelle Nguyen Lee, Magna Cum Laude, Departmental Honors in Computer Science. Leah Rose Morris, Magna Cum Laude, American Studies Program Senior Capstone Experience Award, Departmental Honors in American Studies. Yu Ying Liu, Magna Cum Laude, Dr. Davey H. McCall Prize in Economics, Tai Sung An Memorial Prize, Departmental Honors in Business Management. Agnes Anderson, Magna Cum Laude. Lisette Ibarra, magna cum laude. Erica and Henry Salick Prize, Psychology Department Award, Departmental Honors in Hispanic Studies, Departmental Honors in Psychology. Tamia Janelle Williams, magna cum laude. Justin T. Nash, magna cum laude. The Maureen Jacobi Prize, Departmental Honors in English. Maya Ann Mascunas, magna cum laude, Department of Business Management Senior Capstone Experience Award, Departmental Honors in Business Management. In absentia, Miles Nicole Cochran, magna cum laude, Departmental Honors in Theater. Brenda N. Clark, magna cum laude, Departmental Honors in Mathematics. Zachary Austenson, magna cum laude. Megan Leanne Ritchie, magna cum laude, Political Science Award. Bradley Harrison Meltzer, magna cum laude, Department of Business Management Award, Department of Business Management Senior Capstone Experience Award, Departmental Honors in Business Management. In absentia, Jacob W. Gowdy, magna cum laude. Parker Elizabeth Wolf, magna cum laude, Outstanding Dance Minor Student Award. Isabella Robin Sansanelli, cum laude, the Penny J. Fall Award, Departmental Honors in Hispanic Studies. Ethan Hu, cum laude. Grace Campbell Murray, cum laude. Annie Rebecca Javit, cum laude, Alpha Chi Omega Music Award, Departmental Honors in Music. Destiny Smith, cum laude, Alpha Chi Omega Music Award, Departmental Honors in Music. Virtual attendee Elizabeth Hill, cum laude. Michael Spence, cum laude. Jason Christopher Miller, cum laude. Huzzah. Mackenzie Brady, cum laude, the Writers Union, Departmental Honors in English. Bethlehem Kasahun Yirga, cum laude, Departmental Honors in Business Management. Michael Colin Levy, cum laude, the Communication and Media Studies Capstone Experience Award, Education Department Award. Evan Lee Wilson Gaines, cum laude, the Communication and Media Studies Outstanding Scholar Award, Departmental Honors in Communication and Media Studies. Anna Elise Bennett, cum laude, Departmental Honors in Business Management. In absentia, Aaron B. Adler. Caroline Elizabeth Albert. Angela Julianne Aponte Gonzalez, the Lambda Alpha Gamma of Maryland Chapter Senior Award. Jada Vanessa Aristide. Ruth Solomon Asefa. Eleni Ayano. Stefan A. Barahona, Departmental Honors in Psychology. Kayla Marie Barney. Joanne Adele Bond. Emily Kirsten Brock. Victoria Brooks. Asia Naira Brown. Nice hat. Daniel Justin Brown, W. Dennis Berry, M87 Award. In absentia, Giselle Liza Brown. In absentia, Kashmira Anye Lachey Brown Rochester. Sarah Jennifer Bruno, Departmental Honors in Psychology. Gabriella M. Bucci. Thomas Joaquin Buckman. Logan Patrick Bunch. Hey. Kaylin June Canavino. Derek Joseph Carter. Sarah Marie Margaret Cataldo. Aiden Finn Chatham. Virtual attendee Shin Chen. In absentia, Jayuen Chen. Rahat Chaudhary. Laura Nicole Cochran. Mark Roland Cooley. Lara C. Cox. Sorry, Lara. In absentia, Julia Rose Cunningham. Hunter Dace. Christopher Nathaniel Del Rosario. Dominic James Del Coco. Andrew Del Percio. Aaron I. Deutsch. Departmental honors in psychology. In absentia, Kevin A. Dickey. In absentia, Sarah Dexter Dockham. Sarah Douglas. Leah Ann Duff. Departmental honors in English. In absentia, Jacqueline Mildred Doulef. Brett William Edwards. Griffin James Eisenman. In absentia, Harrison Colby Ernst. In absentia, Ziwei Fang. Andrew K. Feely. Virtual attendee, Guotai Feng. Jackson G. Filichikia. Hannah Bird Flowers. Noah Freebert. Evan Joseph Gaba. Juliana Gill. Victoria Gill, Departmental Honors in Theater. In absentia, Melia Marcellin Estelle Green. Keen Lippert Griffin. Brandon Matthew Gross. Justin M. Gruen. Destiny Lynn Harris, the SEED Award, Successfully Educating and Empowering for Diversity. Audrey Elion Hain. Hannah Rebecca Henson. Michaela Renee Herlihy. Eileen Hernandez. Caitlin Herrick. Michael Thomas Hershey. Carisha D. Howard. David Hudek. Elise Claire Hummer. Nathan Randall Hutton. In absentia, Jinling Zhang. In absentia, Leo Cameron Quinn Johnson. Caitlin Nicole Jones. Catherine Elizabeth Kern. In absentia, Megan Elizabeth Klink. Daria Sergeyevna Kolesnikova. Frank R. Coons IV. Anne Kristofiak, Education Department Award. Gabrielle Kozak. In absentia, Katie Lauren Lengyel. Alden Chase Lentz. In absentia, Kimberly Leonard. In absentia, Raymond Lewis. In absentia, Charles G. Yuen Liang. Virtual attendee, Raojia Liang. Liam Vincent McKenzie. Joseph Robert Maimone. Natalie Caroline Mansfield. Austin A. Martin Williams. Benjamin David Masclans. Virtual attendee, Benjamin Alexander Matthews. Lauren Elizabeth Maxwell. Amelia Frances Maza, Departmental Honors in Business Management. Barry Douglas McCormick, Jr., Departmental Honors in Business Management. Alexandra Elizabeth Melvin. Alejandro Cardenas Mendoza. In absentia, Haley Morgan Michael Lee. Angelica Page Miller. Cody Hupfelt Miller. In absentia, Kyle Delane Mitten. Gemma Francis Moki. Hey, Gemma. Jamie Lynn Morris, Departmental Honors in Business Management. Lisa Marie Mulhern. Madison Noonan. In absentia, Tinotenda Zianda Niwata. Laura Oliveira Silva. John William Oliver. Rhoda Apotiariolua Oluwalan. Ethan Townsend O'Malley. Vincent Isaac Pacheco. Daniel Palmateri, Department of Music Award for Professional Promise in Research and Creative Achievement. Departmental Honors in Music. Corneli Patar Kalashvili, Departmental Honors in Economics. Dylan Pierpont. Yes, you did. Margaret Catherine Petruka. Sarah Colette Polo. In absentia, Joshua Porteous. Hannah Quinn Powell. Caitlin Pritchard, Anthropology Achievement Award. Isabella Procopio. In absentia, Savannah Denise Quaid. In absentia, Kanya Yames Radford. Patricia Ann Cadiente Rania. Alexa Reed. Sean Riley. In absentia, Eric Michelle Reynolds. Samantha Bradley Robinson. Jacqueline Elizabeth Russo, Departmental Honors in Communications and Media Studies. Brandy Dawn Ruth. Brianna Lorraine Sampson, Departmental Honors in Sociology. Luis Sanchez Aguilar. Abigail Elizabeth Saxton, Rachel Schultz Leadership Award. In absentia, Nicholas P. Schmelzer. Taylor Schroyer. Samantha Segura Cisneros. Matthew Porter King Symes. Virtual attendee Bethany Ann Sims. Joe Anthony Sevo. Thank you, thank you. Natasha Slaby, Departmental Honors in English. Abigail Lee Smith. Lauren Margaret Souder. Julia Sparko. Elise Danielle Spence, the Daniel L. Primo Award in Political Science. Harriet Starr. Grace Steele. In absentia, Rose Sherry Stevens. Cole Francis P.O. Storm, the Rebecca Corbin Lurie Business Leadership Award. Lindsay Nicole Strauss. Catherine Kinsley Swartley. Joe Tobin. Jiruak Chala Tolesa. In absentia, Colin Peter Underwood. Devin Grace Semis Valsich. Jonathan Nicholas Vital. Jamie Rose Waddell. In absentia, Ija Wang. In absentia, Yu Wang. Veronica Washington. Dylan Thomas Wheeler. Quinn A. Willis. Charles Schroeder Wittick. Virtual attendee Christian Zion Joseph, the Simon Haltman Award. Benjamin Eric Young. Paris Young. Kayla Zapsik. In absentia, Jala Zhou. Will the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science please come forward? Brittany Walker, summa cum laude, Departmental Honors in Biology. Kylie Peets, summa cum laude, Departmental Honors in Biology. Virtual attendee Haley Wilt, summa cum laude, Washington College Pre-Medical Professional Award, Department of Biology Research Award, Joseph McLean Prize, Departmental Honors in Chemistry, Departmental Honors in Biology. Samina L. Soin-Voschel, summa cum laude, Middendorf Award for Academic Excellence in the Study of the Environment, Departmental Honors in Biology, Departmental Honors in Environmental Science. Camden Rose Finney, summa cum laude. Brianna Michelle Paris, summa cum laude. Maggie Witham, summa cum laude, Department of Biology Award of Special Recognition, Department Honors in Biochemistry and Molecular Biology. Allison Hannah Gallagher, summa cum laude, Washington College Pre-Pharmacy Award, Joseph McLean Prize, Departmental Honors in Chemistry. Kaylin Elizabeth Brandt, summa cum laude, Washington College Pre-Allied Health Award, Departmental Honors in Biology. William Parker Cosner, summa cum laude, Middendorf Award for Academic Excellence in the Study of the Environment, Departmental Honors in Environmental Science, Departmental Honors in Economics. Megan E. McHenry, summa cum laude, Department of Biology Award of Special Recognition, Departmental Honors in Biology. Nathaniel Newland, summa cum laude. James M. Miller, 51, Prize in Chemistry, Departmental Honors in Chemistry. Heather Rowine, summa cum laude, Washington College Pre-Nursing Award, Departmental Honors in Hispanic Studies. In absentia, Caroline E. Braungard, summa cum laude, James M. Miller, 51, Prize in Chemistry, Departmental Honors in Chemistry. William Pfeiffer, magna cum laude, Departmental Honors in Biology. Olivia Grace Butler, magna cum laude, the Department of Environmental Science and Studies Research Potential Award. Maheen Aisha Zaman, magna cum laude, Departmental Honors in Chemistry. Shannon Thomas, magna cum laude, the Department of Environmental Science and Studies Research Potential Award, the Karen Cates Emmerich Award. Harry Ryan Redding, magna cum laude, Departmental Honors in Chemistry. Emma Ellen Crosby Dodsworth, magna cum laude. Berkeley McKenna Fadden, magna cum laude, Gary E. Clark Performance Award, Departmental Honors in Psychology, Departmental Honors in Music. Cameron Carabajo, magna cum laude. Gavin Campbell, cum laude. Douglas Thomas Kurtz, cum laude, Environmental Science and Studies Award, the Jonathan A. Taylor Jr. Leadership Award. Kayla Mertens, cum laude, Departmental Honors in Chemistry. Martina Elizabeth Towers, cum laude, Departmental Honors in Biology. Brendan Michael Farrell, cum laude. Olivia Sarah Oakley, cum laude. Jesse No, cum laude, Psychology Department Capstone Experience Award. Jennifer Shabrock, cum laude. Najea Al-Tamimi, Environmental Science and Studies Award. Madison Gabrielle Battle. Summer May Black. Zachary Quinn Blackwell. In absentia, Brooke Sierra Brown, Departmental Honors in Psychology. Nicolina Elvira Maria Capitanio. In absentia, Kinza Ahmad Chema. Kaylin Elise Connor. Virtual attendee, Michaela Hope Creel. Megan Catherine Dean. Jake P. DePaula. Caitlin Nicole Ecoff, Virginia M. Connor 85 Psychology Award, Departmental Honors in Psychology. Philip Douglas Martin Estes. In absentia, Gabrielle Francis. Matthew Gregory. Kelly Lynn Greiser. Jessica James Ganuski. Julia Christine Hallman. Kellen F. Hanley. Tyler Hawkins. Abigail Hilty. Christina Hummer. In absentia, Christiana Mackenzie Dorothy Hooker. Danitha Isma. Virtual attendee, AJ Kentaj Johnson. Sarlina Quavia Joseph. Bridget Cartman. Virtual attendee, Riley E. Katzman. Julie Lynn Marie Kinsley. Evan Koch. Colleen Marie Larson. Mengjiao Li. Christopher Lolo. In absentia, Lo Chenyi. Matthew Lund Singleton. Julia Fennel Matson. John Thomas Mecca. Sabrina Aneta Mendez, Erica and Henry Salick Prize, Departmental Honors in Hispanic Studies. In absentia, Dylan Neppert. Virtual attendee, Kelly Elizabeth Ramsey. William Patrick Reed, Stewart Theater Award, Departmental Honors in Theater. Ella Samer. Erica Lee Schmidt. Christina M. Segrist. Katana Settle. Peyton Sullivan Stewart, the John S. Toll Award in Physics. In absentia, Ma Ta. Sarah Ann Thurwanger. Allison Tran. Zachary Urbanski. In absentia, Stephanie Wilson. Virtual attendee, Ziyin Zhao. Andrew Cole Hazlett. Burke Tanner McFillin.
You're all supposed to rise again. Hi, Juvenis, Candidate, Alumni, Sunt. You can robe one another now.
Well, thank you, Dr. Harvey and Dr. Prospo, and if you're all hooded, you can sit down again. And now I'm going to invite Provost Harvey to come back to the podium to present the Alumni Association Distinguished Teaching Award. Dr. Harvey?
At an institution blessed with a number of distinguished teachers, heck, many, many distinguished teachers, the recipient of the Alumni Association's Distinguished Teaching Award is difficult to choose. Extensive consultation with students and faculty has led us to our conclusion. This year, the award is presented to Professor James Windelborn, Assistant Professor of Biology, who engages his students in research examining the cellular and molecular bases of neurologic traumas and neuromuscular diseases. James followed up his PhD in neuroscience from University of Wisconsin-Madison with postdoctoral work at Boston Biomedical Research Institute and UMass Medical School. He joined the Washington College faculty in 2014 and has since become a valued member of our academic community. Congratulations, James.
And congratulations from me also to Professor Windelborn. It's now my privilege to award the highest honors and prizes that are within the Washington College faculty's power to bestow upon the members of the class of 2021. The first awards are given for outstanding scholarship in a particular field of study and recognize personal and academic excellence. Provost Harvey will make the presentations.
The Jane Houston Goodfellow Memorial Prize to a graduating senior majoring in science who has an abiding appreciation of the arts and humanities and has shown scholastic excellence. This year, we have a tie. Allison Hannah Gallagher, William Patrick Reed, and Samina L. Soin-Voschel. Please come on up, students. It's okay. You can tell her the check's in the mail. Allison Hannah Gallagher, William Patrick Reed, Samina L. Soin-Voschel. The Gold Pentagon Awards to a senior and to one alumnus, faculty or friend of the college, selected by the members of the Alpha Psi Circle of Omicron Delta Kappa in recognition of meritorious service to Washington College. This year, the senior is the class of 2021 for leading the way in keeping the college and the campus community safe throughout the challenges of COVID. All of you are the winners of the Gold Pentagon Award, and you'll find a recognition of that along with your diploma when you pick it up. To the class of 2021, folks. And our alumnus, faculty, staff, or friend of the college winner is Dr. Sarah Fireherm. Sarah, I don't know where you are. I know you're around campus somewhere, probably doing some hard work, maybe far off, but if you're close by, come on up. We have an award for you. More than any other single person, Sarah Fireherm kept this campus committed, united, prepared, and able to get through all of the challenges of COVID. And almost everybody here probably at one point or another has asked her a question, sent her a request, checked in with some information, and she's handled everything and overseen all of us, a whole big team of people who helped our college work its way through these COVID 15 months. Dr. Sarah Fireherm. Sophie Kerr Prize. I am very proud of our 6 Sophie Kerr Prize finalists. Will you please stand and be recognized and remain standing as I call your name? Mackenzie Brady, Nicole Hatfield, Rebecca Joan Kanaski, Justin Thomas Nash, Megan Stephanie Walsh, Tamia Janelle Williams. Congratulations to each of you extraordinary writers. Please join me in giving these 6 extraordinary individuals a round of applause. And now, to the senior judge to have the best ability and promise for future fulfillment in the field of literary endeavor, Justin Thomas Nash. Our final 5 awards are voted on and conferred by the entire faculty of Washington College. The awards have special significance as the graduates receiving them have made a tremendous impact on campus life. Their names will be added to plaques in William Smith Hall, permanent reminders of their importance to Washington College. The Louis L. Goldstein 35 Award to a graduating senior who, in the opinion of the faculty, has demonstrated unusual interest, enthusiasm, and potential in the field of public affairs. Paris Young. Because of social distancing, we have to walk a little further and it takes a little longer this year, but I think it's worth the wait. The Eugene B. Casey Medal to a senior woman voted by the faculty to be outstanding in the qualities of scholarship, character, leadership, and campus citizenship. Samina L. Soin-Voschel. the Henry W.C. Catlin 1894 Medal to a senior man voted by the faculty to be outstanding in the qualities of scholarship, character, leadership, and campus citizenship, Douglas Thomas Kurtz. The Clark Porter Medal to the student whose character and personal integrity, in the opinion of the faculty, have most clearly enhanced the quality of campus life. Presented by Charles B. Clark, 34, in memory of Harry B. Porter, class of 1905. Destiny Harris. And finally, the George Washington Medal and Award to the senior who shows the greatest promise of understanding and realizing in life and work the ideals of a liberal education. Elizabeth Ann Lilly.
Well, it's really impressive to see all the great things that so many of you have done and how proud we are of each of you. You know, as graduates, your new relationship with Washington College is actually just beginning. It's not ending. So I encourage you to support your alma mater in every way you can in the future. You are our new best ambassadors, not only for this college, but for the value of the liberal arts. Please keep in touch through your membership in the Alumni Association. Tell us of your accomplishments and come back often to take part in the life of your college. I'd like to ask the graduates now to rise and to congratulate each other in a socially distanced way as we welcome you formally into the ranks of the Washington College alumni. You know what to do. That's really cool, folks. I've never seen that before. So glad we're back in person. That probably wouldn't have worked virtually very well. So please don't forget once you leave here and all the excitement to actually get your real diploma. It'll be over on Martha Washington Square following the ceremony. And now I'd like to ask the audience to stand, all of you, for the benediction, which will be given by Reverend Callender, and then remain standing until the academic recession has retired. Reverend Callender.
Congratulations to the class of 2021. Now, I'm going to need your help with my benediction. Whenever I say the word go, I want you to respond by shouting back to me by saying the word go. So let's try it. Go. Go is a word that I want you to take with you as a reminder to never let anything stop you from achieving your goals. What we choose changes us. Who we love transforms us. How we create remakes us. So in all our choosing, O God, make us wise. In all our loving, O Redeemer, make us bold. In all our creating, O Spirit, give us courage. And now, class of 2021, as you leave this celebration, may you go out into the world with joy. May you go out into the world with confidence and trust that the God of love will lead you all the way. Go out in unity to take your gifts and give them to the world. Go out with strength, clothed and equipped with all that you have learned. Go out with wisdom as God renews your mind each day. Go out in love with kindness and blessings to give away. Go out and take your studies to bless God's beautiful world. Go out with freedom, for there is so much more to see, to enjoy, and to learn. Go forth in love. Go forth in love, and remember your name, God's beloved. Now go and be the best that you were created to be. Amen. Go